discuss together. Well, this topic it's really related into our teaching English, especially in the class. But before that, I am Andi Lili Sofiana. I am one of the master degree program of Boswa University. Well, today this is our topic under the title How to Teach Vocabulary and Structure in the Classroom. This is the main topic that we're gonna discuss today. Guys, before we go into another step, the main point of our presentations today, it's about the strategy and the technique that we're gonna use as a teacher for teaching vocabulary and structure in a class. So this is one of the things. This is the introduction. So why I use or choose this topic to discuss with all of you guys, because as we know in teaching, we have, especially in English teaching, we have a lot of skill that we have to master it. Especially for the students. But vocabulary and structure, I think that's more essential one. That's the fundamental for the students. Like you see, in teaching vocabulary and structure is essential for language learning. It provides the foundations for effective communication and comprehensions. So this is the equal, the equal one. When we have a good vocabulary skill and structure, it's gonna be affect our communication skill with other people. Because if we have some, enrich our vocabulary, so our communication with others, it's really effectively. We can understand what other people say, and on the other hand, we can comprehend the information from other people. The next point is about the importance of vocabulary and structure in language learning. I explained in another slide before that vocabulary skill and structure, I think that's one of the fundamental of the communication skill for the students, especially in learning English. Structure. The first one is about building blocks of communications. Building block of communications is enabling learner to express their idea. Make sure the student that really like the place where they are learning. And the second one is comprehension. So absolutely, a strong vocabulary and understanding of a sentence structure, it's really equal of our communication skill. So when the student have a good vocabulary, so it means they're really good in understanding what other people say. And the third one is about culture understanding. Culture understanding, learning vocabulary and structure also provide insights into the culture and context of a language. Of course, when we are learning about the word, we learn about how to understand other people's culture. So the next is the main topic that we're gonna discuss. So we comes into the strategy. The strategy in teaching vocabulary in the classroom. So before we go into the structure, the first one is about the vocabulary skill. This one is the thing that you gonna waiting for. Well, the first one is about contextual learning. This is one of the strategy that you can utilize in the classroom, especially for the teaching. Contextual learning, using real-life scenario and context to teach English, giving a new vocabulary based on their context. For example, the example activity in a class, it should be connect into your topic. For example, about school, so give the students more vocabulary that really familiar with the students, so they're gonna remember all the vocabulary, new vocabulary especially. And the next one is about word maps and associations. I think this one is also really good for a student. Okay, they are able to learn a new vocabulary by finding their synonym and antonym. So and the next one is about interactive games and activity. Interactive game and activity, I think this is the most popular strategy for all teachers around, not only in Indonesia but around the world. Because who doesn't like games? All students like games. So if you are being creative as a teacher, so you can give some kind of games and to say, make some kind of procedures of games, and then let the students learn a new vocabulary from the game. I think that's more effective for the students, especially for the low level of language. For example, like elementary school or even junior high school students. Okay, we go into the structure one. So we have learned about the vocabulary strategy. So this is the second one, is about the technique for teaching sentence structure in the classroom. Well, there is two of the most, the most technique that you can utilize in the classroom. The first one is about model sentence. We call it as a model sentence. We give the example to the students, and then they're gonna learn from that. For example, I love you. So we give the example of that, then we give some kind of the negative one or even the interrogative one, so the students more easily to easily to learn the new structure of a sentence. And the second one, I think this is more more interactive one for the students, language structure analysis. So we give really for the student to analyze the sentence, which is combining into one sentences. For example, we give a sentence like, I am going to school. I'm going to school. So the students gonna analyze which one is the subject, which one is the verb, which one is the to be, or even other component of the English language. So I think both of them is really connected each other. So you can use both of them in the classroom. For example, you give the example for the student first, and the second step or the second activity, you can try to give the students the task by giving them by giving them to analyze the structure. Well, I think that's all kinds of strategy and technique that you can use as a teacher to teach English in the classroom. The first one is about vocabulary skill, and the second one is about structure word or structure skill for the students. Well, basically all kinds of strategy and techniques really good each other. I mean, you can use not only one strategy or not only one technique, but you can combining into one, even vocabulary and structure. So you can creating a new method by yourself. That is really good goal. And this is the last topic that we're gonna discuss, the assessing and evaluating vocabulary and structure knowledge. So how to evaluate or how to give the score to the student. I think all teachers already know about this. The first one is a formative assessment, which is we give some kind of facts to the students and giving them quiz, discussing, and observations. So you can get the score from that. And the second one is about performance tasks. Performance task is implementing performance-based assessment to guide students' ability to apply vocabulary and structure in meaningful context, which is they really good in utilizing in communications with their friends, so you can directly give the score from that. And the last one is about portfolio evaluation. So you can submit all the tasks in one folder, in one file. So at that moment you can get the score for the students. That's the three among to assessment to the students. So you can choose one, or even you can choose all of them in a teaching learning process for the students. I think that's all for explanations about how to teach vocabulary and structure in the classroom for the students. Hopefully you get something to bring to the table, or you get something really good, and hopefully you're gonna utilize this all kind of strategy for your students. And the last I say, I am Andi Lili Sofiana. Thank you very much for your nice attention, and see you next time. Bye!